Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah Peternell. I'm the owner of Family Nutrition Services in Denver, Colorado. Thanks so much for watching. Maybe you're here because you have Hashimoto's or you have another autoimmune disease, or maybe you're just here because you are looking for a good resource for health and holistic nutrition information. Well, you've come to the right spot. Today's subject is one that is really near and dear to my heart. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I talk about 4 basic principles or 4 basic pillars of holistic health. Of course, we have food first, supplements if necessary. Number 3 would definitely be lifestyle, including exercise and even stress management, what time you go to bed. Number 4 is a little bit harder to quantify. Number 4 is basically the way we feel about ourselves, the way we feel about the process of healing, and also our belief in the body's ability to heal. This is kind of a weird concept for many people. But what I'd like to talk about today is the ways in which many times our limiting beliefs actually prevent us from getting better if we are suffering from a chronic illness. Let me explain. I work with a number of clients, dozens, if not hundreds of clients who actually come to me and they're doing everything right. Yeah, they're doing everything right. I look at their diet and I'm impressed by the way that they eat. I look at their lifestyle. I can agree that they're drinking enough water. They're exercising a few times per week. They're focusing on their bedtime routine. And for the most part, they're trying to live healthfully. They're trying to live according to what seems to make the most sense for feeling their very best. What happens a lot of times when I'm working with such clients who I consider to be very savvy, almost advanced, if you will, right? They're not eating the standard American diet and they're not living in total chaos, but something is missing for many of these individuals. It's the inner work that needs to be done to facilitate true, deep, and lasting healing. So inner work is something that kind of comes along with that 4th pillar of holistic health. And that is the body, mind, spirit component of what we need to do in order to heal. Now, you've watched some of my other videos. You know it's really important that we eat a healthful diet and that we take vitamins if they're right for us, and that we focus on taking care of our body in a number of different ways, that we support our detox pathways, and that we, have some lifestyle measures in place that are going to keep us in balance. But really none of this matters if we're not paying attention to how we feel, and how we feel on kind of 2 levels. One is what I would call sort of the extreme emotion side of things. If you're a person who tends to get easily upset, feels triggered, irritable, angry, frustrated, that can be one aspect of the inner work that is needed to maybe help calm the mind. Maybe what's needed is mindfulness practices, meditation, prayer, something like yoga. It's really the need to slow down the emotions that are associated with fight or flight. Okay, so that's kind of one category. And I see a lot of my clients who are doing everything right, who still need support with this aspect, right? They're drinking kale smoothies, taking their multivitamin, going to a CrossFit class, but yet they're triggered, fired up, angry in a traffic jam, or if their kid spills their milk, or if they have an argument with a spouse or a coworker. And they readily admit this, that there's aspects of themselves, almost constitutionally, that can't be sort of reconciled with some of the other healthful things that they're doing. They're kind of in a constant state of chronic, internal, low-lying stress. So that's the first category. The second category are the individuals who've completely lost touch with their emotions at all. They're kind of going through life robotically. They're maybe forgetting who they are. They're out of touch with their emotions. They're ignoring, pushing down, shoving away, medicating, or just completely pretending like their feelings and emotions don't exist. They're potentially in codependent relationships, or in a marriage relationship, or in a love relationship, or they may even be in codependent relationships with their children, or maybe if they're taking care of an aging parent, or maybe they're in a codependent relationship with someone that they work with and they have a tight relationship with it, where their livelihood is somehow dependent on that person. What happens is that a lot of times people who are serving the needs of others all the time don't really have the time to take a close look at themselves and ask themselves some questions like, what do I need? How do I feel? What's going to bring about my best happiness? What is aligned with my higher self? And how do I get there? These questions are often not only within the realm of their consciousness, but they're very, very hard to answer. So even for the person who's doing everything right and kind of robotically going through all of the motions to be healthy, if they're either triggered and angry and irritable or completely numb and empty inside, this fourth pillar of the 4 pillars of holistic health is not being cared for. And so what actually happens is when this piece is overlooked, it doesn't matter what you eat. It doesn't matter if you're taking your vitamins. And it doesn't matter if you're exercising. In fact, even something like exercise could potentially make something like fight or flight stress responses even worse, because your body is just constantly provoked, and exercise can even in that way be more provoking. So it's often interesting when I have a client sit across from me in my office or we're on Zoom, and I ask them questions about if they have a prayer life, or if they have a meditation practice, or if they have a toolbox that can help to support them in the development of more of sort of that inner spirit, that inner world, right? That self-care, self-love, looking for sort of the inner wisdom and the inner guidance, our intuition, so to speak, to help them on their journey. They might be like, wait a minute, this isn't a therapy session, and it's not. It's nutritional therapy. But what we know is that the body, the mind, and the spirit are all intricately connected, right? And so it's not just enough to do everything right or look kind of perfect on paper when it comes to one's health. If we're ignoring this really critical element, then all of the other things are for naught, essentially. Now, yes, it's still better probably to eat a healthful salad for lunch than it is to go through the McDonald's drive-thru, just in terms of kind of your basic nutrients that are available in that lunch. But your body is listening to the thoughts in your head. Each and every single one of our cells is programmed and predestined by the affirmations, even the subconscious affirmations that we speak to ourselves and that we listen to in our minds all day long. If we're constantly revved, yeah, your body's going to feel pretty revved too. And also, if you are ignoring, pushing down, suppressing emotions, you're going to be suppressing the body's ability to move forward, to let go, to release, to thrive, and to heal. So this is a really big piece of the work that I try to get my clients to pay attention to. And it involves more than just working with someone who's board certified in holistic nutrition. It may involve, a whole team of people around you, whether it's your therapist, maybe Reiki, energy workers, other types of spirit guides, maybe just other types of spiritual practices, journaling, as I said, prayer and meditation. All of these things help to complete the total picture for what we want to implement, really, for all of these things to fall into place. So thank you for watching today's video. If you have comments about things that you have been doing in your own inner work or your own inner spiritual work that have helped you to heal, please share. I'd love to read the comments and see what kinds of things people are bringing to their best life. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I'll have more like this coming soon. And remember to subscribe to my channel. You can also set your notifications bell, share these videos with people who might be interested in learning more. And again, I'll see you soon. Have a great day.